Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. I've got my hazelnut coffee. I hope you have something to drink or sip on. Today is Tuesday. I could call it Tea Tuesday, but it's not. It's more like tea. It's more like, I can't even think of a tea word. I'm still doing coffee. Well, y'all heard me talking about my guilt and shame about having all these projects behind me, and I come in my craft room and I just start doing some random thing like making paper beads. Yesterday, this is what I made to go on top of my glue bottle. Talk about random. These are poking out like this because I used wire. And I had other things to use, but I just grabbed wire. But I really like the color, and I think this will help me not lose my pin. But I'll probably make another one because I don't like the way that one hangs. So this spring, I picked up this baby blanket in one of our thrift stores. And it feels like love to me. Not sure how it ended up in a thrift store, but I don't really see any super modern fabrics. So I'm assuming it's got some age. I wanted to do it justice. Oh, what did I pay? It has the tag. Oh, dang it. I think I paid $5 for it. And it's 4 foot by 36, so three and a half by 4.5 maybe. I am going to dive into this seamstress journal. I'm going to use my always perfect size graham cracker box. And I got this out. I don't know. I thought about it for the inside. My vision for this book would be lace galore, vintage tea-dyed paper, beads and thimbles and needles and patterns. Well, I don't have any patterns. None. So if y'all have some patterns you want to sell me, hit me up because I'm in the market. So I thought about trying to use this. I love it. It just reminds me of vintage country curtains or something like that, but I don't know if it'll go or not. We'll see. I'm going to keep it out. And then y'all remember when I got mixed media Minnesota. And honestly, guys, I have not opened this since I showed it to you. Shame, shame. But I want to do it justice. So we have this rice paper that is definitely a go. Basically, the whole book is going to be made around this package. So here's the die cuts. And I know I'll make a cover. I think I'll make a cover. This will be the front cover. And I hope to use this in the front cover. I have some more flowers too. Stamps, and then I have some other stamps too. These were those stick-on, it says, self-adhesive embellishments. So, and they do look like they have, see, they're really thick. So maybe something peels off the back. Some of them don't look like they have any sticky on them, and then some of them do. So we'll see. We'll tear into those. This is going to make a great clip-on. And then, of course, lace and some stencils and chips. I assume I can pop them out maybe, or not sure. Yeah. And this book is going to be for sale. I'll just say it right now. So if you think you might be interested and want to have some input in the design of the book, just send me a message. So, oh, look at all of this yumminess. Yeah. Yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, so we know that we're going to use this. The trick is going to be keeping all of this at the ready and still being able to film, because my desk is full of stuff. Do I want to put them in? I think I won't. I think to get them in and out is just going to be too big of a deal, so I don't think I'll do that. So I think what I'll do is just tuck this like so. And put it right there. Okay, and then there's this lace. And these are, I mean, gorgeous. This is the Fairy Whisper stuff, and I thought maybe I could use some of it that's more benign, you know, like maybe that butterfly or this woman. There's a lot of cards in here I thought maybe I might use. I don't know about that because of the unicorn. This, I wondered if maybe it wouldn't be beautiful on the cover. We'll see. We'll see. Might turn out that I just want to make a fairy journal out of that. And look at this, y'all. Isn't that gorgeous? These look like doilies to me, so I can see that happening. Yeah, gorgeous. Just beautiful. So let's get started with our cover. I'm hoping I'll be able to cut this so it'll fit on our cover. I may have to take the lining out because, you know, it has batting, but I'm hoping not. I'm hoping that I can keep it. Okay, so let's get started. This is how I do. So I have the house all by myself today. My husband's going on a really nice ride up through one of the canyons in our area. We have a lot of foliage, so when fall comes, it is gorgeous. These graham cracker boxes, I've used, I don't know, a lot of them, a lot. And they make perfect book covers. They're just a great size. Great size. Do I want a flap here? You know, like a lap book? So it would go like this. You know, this would go in like that. And maybe one more page. Do I want that? Let's see. Or You know, one of the things that I've wanted to make, maybe I'll do it with this one, is an open spine where you basically take the spine out and then you replace it with strips of your fabric so you can see the signatures. I'm going to do that. I may still add a third fold to this cover, but for now we're going to cut it off. We could add it later if we decide that that's what we want to do. But since I have the quilting fabric, it would be perfect. But do I want to leave? I think I want to leave this so that I don't have this wobbly. So I think I want to leave that. And I may want to just cut out. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. So how do I want to do that? Let's see. Do I know? I can't remember if this has a sharp enough blade. Pretty sharp. I think I want 3. I have a lot of these. If I mess this one up, no big deal. So I think if I had them 2 inches, so this is, oh, my husband says burn an inch. So it says it's 8 3/4, so it's almost 8. Remember, because we burned an inch, right? Almost 8, so it's 7 3/4. So if we did, if we take an inch and we go to 3, no, that's not going to work, is it? And then skip an inch and do 2, and then skip an inch. No, that's not going to work. So if we only make them 1 1/2, we could do that. So we'd start here and go 1 1/2. Okay, so that is, that's 2 1/2. It's hard to read this upside down. I believe that's 2 1/2. So then we'd go to 3 1/2 and start. So this would be our fabric. So 3 1/2 to, there's 4 1/2, there's 5. We're going 1 1/2 inches, right? This is our fabric, and we have 1 inch in between. Then we're going 1 inch, and then 1 1/2 inches. So this bottom one will be all, yeah, I think I'd feel better if it wasn't. So let's go 1 inch, and then let's shorten it up by right there. Okay, now does that make sense to me? So where's my little, I've got to grab a straight edge, guys. Hold the phone. Easier said than done, I guess. where my little metal one is. I want to make sure I've got this right. I don't really care if it's perfect, but I do want it to be sturdy and feel good in the hand, you know? So there's one. And it goes to here. Then we skipped an inch. I've never seen this done. I've seen them finished. I've seen flip throughs. That's what gave me the idea. I just think they're precious. So this will be solid. This will be solid. Then, that's too big. So, and are these actually 1.5 inches? They are, yeah, they are. So let's do 1.5 inches down is right here. Well, that worked out. Why was it so hard when it was backwards? Okay, well, it's perfect. Okay. Okay, so I've scored this, and this is going to be my fabric. Let's see, right? 1 inch, and then fabric. 1 inch, fabric. Oh, I'm missing 1 inch, that's why. Yeah, okay. You guys probably saw that. So here's my fabric. Now I need 1 inch. See, and then there's not enough. So we're going to have to cheat. So here's my inch. Here's my fabric. Here's my inch. So we go like this. I want enough substance on either end. Those look really close to me. So I do have the inch. I could go a little bit taller, I guess, to right there. Okay, let's count it now. Okay, so we have 1 inch or so. Then we have fabric. And then we have a break. Then we have fabric. Then we have a break. And then we have fabric. And then we have a break. Perfect. That'll work great. Okay, let's cut it out. Like I said, I've got more over there if I need it. And this does not have to actually be, you know, exact, because you're going to be wrapping it with fabric and, you know, oops. Here I am talking like I know what I'm talking about. I have no idea how to do this, guys. This is how I roll. I saw it done, and, you know, these books are so forgiving. Okay, so this is my fabric. We decided we could go up a little bit, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to go ahead and take this out so I don't get messed up. Then we have 1 inch. Or so. I gotta quit calling it 1 inch because it's really not. Then we're gonna cut it again. Oh, we're not very. yeah, I just have a Zoom meeting this afternoon. And other than that, I am what you call a free bird. We've kind of put ourselves on a little bit of a lockdown. We're trying to just hold tight. At home, most part. I mean, there's some stores. Joann's wears masks. The one grocery store we go to, they're very good about masking. Costco's still wearing masks, and they have sanitation stations everywhere. I feel fairly good about that if we shop at the right time. I think this needs to be bigger than an inch. Let's see if I can do it without my guide. Nope. That blade is sharp. I think my husband switched it for me. He's such a dream. I mean, he's so sweet. There's so much that he does for me so I can do what I love to do. Whether it's fiber stuff with animal fibers. You know, he's my heavy lifter. He's my engineer if I've got a problem. I know I need to sit a certain way to spin so that whatever. He'll figure out a way so I'm comfortable. He's just... Last night I asked him, you know, I was doing that bead for my glues, and I really don't want to pay the $13 for that tool that you put the paper in. So I showed him what I wanted, and he goes, oh yeah, I can make that. Apparently, all it is a keeper. Something called a keeper, and you just drill a little hole in a piece of wood and put the keeper in there and crimp it. Okay, you make it sound easy. Will you make me one? Yep. Yes, I will. I think I will go ahead and make this. Oh, I don't know. See, this is kind of small compared to this size. I don't think I will. I think I'll leave it like that. I think once you get fabric in there, it's not going to make a difference. So can you see? This is where I will tie my signatures in. In theory, that's where I'll tie my signatures in. And so I might do a cross like this. This is going to be fun and make it look like, you know, an old-fashioned shoe. What do they call those? Button shoe, something like that. Because my husband's on his motorcycle, there's always the chance that I have to cut this short. I do have my phone off, on silent, but if it rings and it's him, I have to. So, just FYI. Just so you know. Okay, I can see some design flaws already, but we're gonna press on. Let's make sure and put that sharp lead up, or sharp blade. I do want to put some gesso on this because it's shiny. And I just think that glue sticks better. Just a reminder, look around and see who's got glue on sale. I keep preaching it. Last year I heard some people ran out, so get your glue. Get it now. once it gets cold, they won't ship. So whatever the stores have, you know, that's what they have. Let's pray that my gesso come. I did wash it. Oh, look at that. What a difference. Look at how easy it is. So do you guys have somebody in your life that makes crafting easy? Honestly, I mean, gosh, he's helped me set up my room. Oh, this wasn't clean when I put it up, apparently. Yeah. It really is helpful. I know some people have like cousins and sisters and they invite over and they have a craft room makeover, or you know, somebody who sews curtains for your room, or our weather is turning fast. We're about 45 minutes from Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and their weather is in the 60s during the day this week. That was the forecast this morning. I'm not doing this in any particular pattern. I'm just getting down some tooth for the glue to stick to. That's all. This, because this is a sewing book, I'm gonna call it the Seamstresses Diary. I have friends who sew. My friend Susan that I've talked about, she sews. Well, I don't know, she corrected me one time. She said, I don't really sew, I quilt and upholster. So I'm not sure what the difference is, but it's more than I can do, I know that. And I have a dear friend, Bobby. Oh, better hold off. She's a sewer. She makes clothes and all that kind of jazz. And I have a friend, Sharon, who likes to quilt. And sew. And I've always thought, wouldn't it be nice to have, for my friend Sharon, I made her a book that last year, and I filmed it, that she could put pictures in of the quilts that she's made and where they went to and, you know, all about them. And so she would have this quilt book, whatever you want to call it. So maybe while this dries, we could look at the quilt. Let's do that. Let's keep moving in a forward direction. Where's my quilt? Come to mama. So we're gonna call this book 8 inches. Let's see, where's my trusty tape? I'm gonna say it's 8 by 5 by 8. So figure we want probably 10 by 7 times 2, right? So we want, let's see, I'll just measure. Well, I guess I have it right in front of me. So it's 12 and a half. It's 1 foot and 1 inch by, we're calling that 8. So it is 13 inches, and you add at least 1.5 inches. I'm gonna say 17 by 10. Very precise, right? Where do we want to start? It's also pretty. I don't think you could go wrong, but And even if there were tears and stuff, I wouldn't care. Okay, so I really like this part. It's just gorgeous. Wow. Okay, so let's use my little mat here, and we'll go 17 is right here. Where's my marker? For those of you who are not retired yet, I highly recommend it. I'm going to go another inch so I can take this off. So let's say 17 is right here. That gives me 4 inches, 2 on each side to fold over or sew on and trim off or what. And then we said it was 8, so I was going to go 10. This always fouls me up, y'all. I don't do measuring very well. All right, so we're going to take an inch off. So we want it at 11. So if I go at 11, it's right here. Because I'm going to take this inch off. Although I really like it. Yeah. I'm leaving myself plenty of room. All right, guys, this is where I cannot cut a straight line. If my life depended on it, I could not cut a straight line. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. First of all, I'm going to get my really good fabric scissors that I never ever use. It looks like now's the time. All right, we're doing this. I could take it over to the table. It would make it a lot easier, but I'm not going to do it because I want to film this. Boy, if that isn't vulnerability. So it's almost on this line, and I know these squares are square, so I'm gonna say we're gonna go right here. Eeks. And I'm just gonna follow this pattern. Right to the end, okay? Then fairly square. It does shrink down here a little bit, but it stretches. I think maybe once it's pressed, I have washed this. I washed it when I got it, but I may wash it again. We'll see. Okay, so here's my mark. I'm gonna go a little bit more. I just don't trust myself, guys. I need something straight. Where's my paint stick? I know it's just a pencil, but it'll make a mark, and that's all I need. I'm going to go on the other side of that because I want those ties. I've got plenty of room if I make a mistake. I never use these scissors. I've had them in the original container until I got my craft room put together. Ooh, I'm going to go on the other side of that. Well, it's done now. Yeah, it is longer here than it is here. Let's see if that's okay. We've got plenty of quilt if we need it. Yeah, that's fine. I've got plenty to wrap inside if that's what I want to do. Now, do I want to go ahead and, I think we need to gesso the inside. Oh, I forgot to start my timer. Darn it. What are the chances that I can see backwards and upside down? Looks like we've been at it for, can't tell. Might be 30 minutes. Yeah. So we're probably just going to get the basics done. And then I still have a lot of things I want to go through. Lace, paper, I need to decide. I'll probably have 3 signatures. I think these signatures are going to have a lot of things. So it's going to be bulky. I'm really going for a soft, squishy, feminine, over the top, dripping with lace and pearls and beads, and that's what I'm going for. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, this journal is going to be for sale, so if somebody decides that they want some input in color or, you know, something that hasn't been decided, I'd be happy to do that. I figured Christmas is coming. You would think that I would be a sewer. My mother, I have 2 older sisters, and my mother sewed everything for them. And I have 2 sisters that sew. You'd think I would sew, but it's a lot like math. I don't get it. And I don't want to. I don't mind using a machine now, and I used to be petrified of a sewing machine. And like I said, guys, none of this is going to show. This is just to give it tooth so that the glue will stick. I don't want anything lifting. Okay. We are good to go. Yesterday, I watched Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter, do a video on glycerin. A whole video. It was short. It wasn't an hour long or anything, but it was all about glycerin, all the different uses for glycerin, and I learned a lot. All right, so let's take the little pin off, and maybe we will put this back on just because, so maybe we'll put that back on. So it is quite a bit different on one end than it is the other. And if I go like this, then I've got some length. It's just stretched. It's been loved. I think I want to take that off. So I can take that off, and that will be how I will straighten this out. when I buy things from the thrift store, I'm always careful. Things have energy, and some things I don't care for how they feel. This feels like love to me. So I'm thinking if I were to draw an imaginary line right there, what is the measurement? Where's my, there you are. Yeah, see, it's 9 and our book is 8. And if I were to draw this line right here, it would be 9 3/4. So it'd be 1 3/4 inches still left over. So I think I will do that. Who knows, this may give me the stripes that I need for the back, right? But let's see, I want to go this side of the seam if I can. Even though I'm going to go ahead and sew it. But I'll probably have lace around it. I'm embarrassed to say that yesterday when we were downstairs going through stuff, I found a sack. It's still big, darn it. I don't want to have to cut through that. I don't think I'm going to. I think it'll just be like when you cut your bangs, you just keep going up and up. I think this is fine. Let's measure it. Yeah, when we were downstairs, I found a sack from Joann's with flat folds, seam binding, iron-on interface, and some, probably a yard of very expensive lace, and a receipt from 3 years ago. And I bought it and never took it out of the sack. That's terrible. I don't see any place where it's coming apart or there's any weak spots. So I think I'll trim this. Is this dry? What do you think the chances are? Let's see if it is. No, it's not. I had a drop of water on there. There's another drop right here. I think I'll put some essential oil on this cardboard. Look at how this, it's already, I can see it. Can you see it? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's gonna be beautiful. Not sure how, let's see. Yeah, it goes like that, I think. I'm gonna leave that backing on. It's not that thick. Yeah, and it'll go like this. Gorgeous. Is the other side, I might use that for the front actually. Yeah. Now, I have to account for these. So, what I will probably do is actually cut the front, cut the back, and cut the strips. And what I might do is change my other mind and put the fabric on here. So it'd be fabric, 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 and these would be open. Lots of options. I can't wait to dive in. All right, so how much time are we at? I feel like, you know, we're a little over 40 minutes. It looks like, if I can read that right, I feel like we're at a breaking point where I need to make decisions. And I want to go gather up some more stuff, the lace for the trim. I want to sew this and get it done. And I don't want to do that online. I mean on video. Oh, look at these. They're going to be beautiful. But I don't think that's my cover. And then we have all this to make ephemera with, plus more, because I have more that I bought when I got the bug to do a sewer's journal. Okay, y'all. I think this will be the beginning of the Seamstresses Diary. And I hope you're excited about it. And if you're thinking about Christmas and you think this might be your book, send me a message. See, right here, I might cut that off. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. What would that look like with that other green fabric? Oh, there's so many choices. Ah, there's so many choices. So if I were to do that and bring this over, and this was my inside, what would that be? Too much? Definitely looks like a quilt. I don't think that's too much. I do have some plain ivory though. I might use it. We'll see. She'll tell us. She'll tell us as we move along. Okay guys, I hope this is something that interests you. I sure appreciate your support and all your comments and everything. I was reading my stats, and 40% of the people who watch my channel on a regular basis are not subscribed. So if you're one of those, please look and see if it says subscribed over, I guess it would be here, right? Over here in that, where that little bell is. And when you click that bell, you have to slide your finger up and click all, or you won't see all my videos. And I think if you use that thumbs up here, a little thumbs up, YouTube gets my videos out there a little bit more. So I'd appreciate your support. I appreciate all of you. Thank you very much for all your comments. Let's all take care of each other. Bye.